Kal Halayim La Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders. Peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there, teaching the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. So this is Leviticus 19 and 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your power. So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh said, don't regard familiar spirits, because you don't need that. So what prompted this lesson is, I work with a lot of women, right? And they're always getting sensitive. But it's not my fault. It might be my fault for answering back, but it's not I didn't initiate it. So, this lady was like, first of all, I know her. Well, when I was in the world, we used to go to the same church, and I dated her sister, her older sister. So there's some history. And she was talking about a house and how she can't afford it and blah, blah, blah. And I said, what would be a good idea? I might have even said, what you need? You need to get a husband that will support you and help you. And then she said straight up, I don't need a man to support me. I could do it on my own. So she had said that, and after that, another lady that I work with, which I wasn't even talking to, jumped in the conversation, and they both started attacking, right? So they were arguing with me, saying they don't need a man for nothing. So I was making copies for her to. Okay, so this is how it is. I was making copies for her to pass out for me, so she doesn't get the hierarchy, the ladder of work. I'm above her. If I make a request, she has to answer. So she was printing out papers, and the machine stopped, and it was beeping, and it was up to her to fill up the paper in the copier. So she didn't do it, and I knew it was her, so I paged her, and she didn't go because it was me who paged her. So then I asked another lady that I work with, the receptionist. She's a cool lady, and I asked her, can you please page Christina? That's her name. So then after she was paged by the lady, then she went to the mailroom, and she had to put in a new ring. And then I didn't tell her this, but when I went to go sit down at the desk, my supervisor, who was also a woman, was like, all right, Christina went to go see you. And I said, okay. So I told them that she needs to put some paper in the copier so that her job can finish and I can continue in mine. And I said to my co-workers back at the back of my office, and since she doesn't need a man, I didn't do it for her. And I was being legit. So I didn't help her. Now she has to live like that, So the whole thing started when she said I was machista, and I said, you're an ultra feminist. So she admitted to it. And fellas, brothers, let's learn a new word today. Some of you might know it. It's misandry. And that's when people engage in hating of a man. Right? That's what it is. that's when people get together and say, oh man, you ain't shit or whatever, that they start attacking you. And these ladies are ignorant. And the other lady was like, we don't know if he's a man. And that was like, we were talking about God. And whenever you argue with somebody, it always turns into God, right? It's always about God. God takes care of me. And I said, fine, that's good. He will. And then the lady, the dumb lady, ignorant lady said, we don't know if he's a man. And I said, you don't know if you're a man, if he's a man, but I know he's a man. So, you know, I'm in my little stop. I'm gonna push pause and I'll be right back. So let me get orientated. So like I was saying, these ladies started arguing with me because they don't know. And then she had the audacity to say, we don't know. Like me included. Me and her don't know. I said, Maggie, please. Just say you don't know. Because I do know. And then I had to explain to them, look. I told them, look, I'm an ordained minister, which I'm ordained by the Spirit. And I know this and I studied this, so I'm positive. You know, because sometimes people need to get a rude awakening, right? And that happens most of the time. Especially when you're dealing with ignorant people. People don't know what they're talking about. You know, they have a problem understanding. Or they just don't want to hear it. So the problem is with them, not with me. And I had to tell them, look. You know how you get when you're like, listen. I'm just trying to explain to you. And she said she doesn't need a man, and I gave her some reasons why she needs a man. But she just wanted to fight. So that happened, right? So they got familiar. They have familiar spirits. Because they ain't right. They're praying to the Virgin Mary, this and that. And it's pretty sad. It's like it. But you shouldn't let anyone take advantage of you. Like if they're gonna keep asserting themselves, they have to have something to back it up, not just because they want to be right. So that was the whole thing. She was like, you just want to be right. And I go, no, it's not about me being right. But I am right. You know, I'm not trying to be right or wrong. But what I'm saying is not just words. I'm not just giving you my opinion. I didn't say I think. You know, I'm explaining something. I'm giving reasons. And then the best part about that whole situation was my supervisor walked in and said, and she basically said in the most, beautiful way that her life was rough. She got her house and everything, this and that, on her own. But when she met her new husband, everything was better, right? Everything got better. And I'm like, and I was trying to say that, okay, that's why you're doing good. Because you're actually happy with how your life is going. And and then she said that she met her husband and then he's so good and then this and that. And I was like, good. Because the whole thing is with her, with this lady, she doesn't know how to appreciate anyone. And then she said, she got insulted when I didn't want to help her with put the paper in the machine. And god damn it, you want to know why I didn't? Because nobody else would have fucking done it. You know, she wouldn't do it for someone else. And man, this lady is like fucking loop-de-loop. She's all over the place. And it's pretty scary. Because these people do that all the time. These people, what I mean by these people is these Christians, these numbskulls. But it is what it is. So, you know, we can't regard them. We don't consider them. They're, you know, just a pain in the butt we had to deal with. And it's all based on what their opinion is versus what you have researched and studied. Damn, these people are jacked up real bad. And then there's people that, you know, try to, you know, they do ignore you. You're all nice to them and then they ignore you. Well, fuck them. You know, I'm learning a lot from my daily experiences with people. You know, some people will be quiet until they have somebody to be with. Somebody that's on their side. And the whole time I'm having this conversation, I'm basing my conversation on the current events. Currently. What's going on currently. Women like to bring in shit from back in the day. Oh, well, I did it. Yeah, but god damn it. That was when fucking money was worth something. Right now, there's inflation going on. And these ladies don't fucking get it. But my supervisor knows. She's pretty smart, I say. She was like, you know what? My husband's a contractor. He knows that wood's going up, blah, 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 and the prices of houses are going up. But she, you know, she is what basically all women want to be. Educated and a boss and have money. But she has all of that because of her man. And that's what she said. She made it loud and clear. And the whole time this lady's saying that, the other lady, which was contentious with me, she was like, see? And I go, see what? You know, I just stopped talking to her. You know, she's a pain in the ass. Like, if I ignore her, she'll start fighting with me. If I talk to her, she'll just say something. And then the dumb bitch was asking me for help, and I was helping her, so then I stopped helping her. I don't help her no more. And they can't make you help her because she's not disabled. You know? But it is what it is, and that's how it happened, that's how it went down. But the whole point of that is because they were getting familiar. And the spirits were on them. So those spirits were chasing them, trying to get them to be angry with me, which it was working for them. And it happened. But then there's the next day, and the day after that, and you will have to live with that. And once you are, I don't know, purged maybe of that event, then you'll start to calm down and start to consider those things. And then you're like, man, I was being obnoxious. I was being kind of rude, right? So, You know, don't let those kind of things get to you. It is what it is. You know, just keep pushing and keep doing your thing. It would be nice if you could just ignore everybody. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.